Alright, so this is my beginning physique status. It is, let's say October 15th, 2016, and kind of fluffy, pretty fluffy from our honeymoon. So, but we're gonna see how I start and how I end up. Like I said, my end goal for this is gonna be Veterans Day weekend when I go out for the Bear Brothers meetup to interview for my podcast and also do a little collab and meet Nick and Preston. So I did just finish from a workout, so I do think I'm a little juicy. Something just popped. That didn't feel good. Okay, but yeah, so yeah, honeymoon fluff has got to go. So this video is gonna be the first one in a series that, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, something like rebuild, I don't know, but I just know that I have been out of my routine for a while now with just a crazy summer, moving, planning the wedding, helping planning the wedding. I honestly did very little planning of the actual wedding. Thank you, God, for good family and friends to take care of that. But so my normal routine, my training, my nutrition, my dieting has just been out the window. And I really reached a point during the honeymoon. Actually, May and I both did. We looked at each other. We're just like, I hate my life. And so her and I both are just like, God, we can't wait to get back home and get back in a routine, go back to the gym, just, you know, get back on track with our sense of normalcy. So I really want to get my body back in check, get my diet back in check before my meetup with Nick and Preston Bear. So as I've been alluding to for a while now, and as Nick and I have been kind of talking back and forth, he gets back from Korea at the end of the month towards, I think, like the second or third, well, third week in October. And so my plan is to go back out to Austin for Veterans Day weekend. That's November 11th, 12th, and 13th. And then I thought him being active duty on his way out of the military, officer, and me being someone who has been out of the Army, out of the military, enlisted, I just thought getting back together for Veterans Day would be like pretty cool. So I made a few adjustments to my normal nutrition routine that I think are really gonna help get me started. Just really stack the conditions in my favor, day in, day out. So I wanna introduce to you my new daily kickstarting routine. So as many of you know, I've talked about this a lot before. This is my normal daily multivitamin. This is the, oh, don't fall over. This is the Shaklee Men's Vitalizer. This has been the multivitamin strip product that I've been taking literally every day for about 10 years now. And it comes in strips like this. You know, you pop them off and you got your daily multivitamin to go. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Now, being in efforts to upgrade myself, Shaklee has kind of a step up multivitamin product. So this one's actually called the Shaklee Life. And it looks something like this. Now it is very similar to the Men's Vitalizer, but it has a lot of upgrades. Different colors. And if it changes colors, it must be better, right? But one thing you can see right out of the gate is that they have changed the actual components, the actual ingredients. So this is my old, this is my new. Now, why would you do that, you may ask, Chase? So kind of the reasoning behind why I'm changing, going from one perfectly great product, perfectly great daily multivitamin supplement, to one that maybe is better, but I'm a big believer in science and clinical studies and research when it comes to anything supplemental. Anything that I put in my body, I want to know how long it's been out on the market, what research and studies have been done before it got to the market, you know, what are the true life stories, you know, what's in it, sometimes even more importantly, what's not in it. And Shaklee is just a company that I've been using and believed in for a long time. I get my multivitamin from them. I get my household cleaners. They're like, basically you could drink all of their cleaning products. They're safe, they're organic, they're very concentrated. My water pitcher, a lot of just daily living items I get from them. So basically Shaklee is just a company that puts out solid, scientifically backed, clinically study backed products that I just enjoy and feel safe putting into my body. So I actually have about a week's worth left of my regular Vitalizer Men. I'm gonna blow through that and then just stick with the new Life Strip. And then my other daily new routine. This is new supplement number 1. I've actually been using this for a few weeks now. It came highly recommended from Mr. Sean Stevenson on the Model Health Show podcast. And I'm also gonna be combining it with some protein in the morning. So this was actually sent out to me by Raw Barrel. It is just a 100% raw protein powder, flavorless, odorless. So basically it is just perfect to mix with anything and everything. I've tried it with just water, I've tried it with milk. It it tastes like nothing, which is exactly what I want. So my new routine every morning is I do a scoop of the Organifi green juice just to kickstart my body with some greens, and then also get some protein. I mix it with this Raw Barrel No Bull whey protein powder. So actually just came from my first fasted morning cardio session. I normally do about 20 to 30 minutes at least twice a week, but I need to step it up. I got to get some of this honeymoon weight off, so I'm going to be doing at least 3 to 4 times a week for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to whip up my greens, whip up my protein, and get this new and improved version of myself on the road. As usual, getting started with my Bare Performance Nutrition Flight along with their Endo Pump is my new favorite pre-workout stack. Jump right into my warm-up here on the treadmill, about 5 to 7 minutes. Yes, this is when I catch up on my YouTube videos. All right, so warm up done. What I normally do is about a 5 to 10 minute incline walk on the treadmill. And since we're kind of doing a little bit of my, what I call my bullshit Saturday workout, I actually have more equipment here in this gym than I have in my last living places. And so what I'm gonna do, actually I'm feeling really good. I got a lot of strength, ate a lot this morning, and honestly that flight is kicking in. I'm feeling really good. So get started with some pull. If I have to pick one exercise, I'm gonna pick the one that gives me the most bang for the buck, and that's gonna be the deadlift. So I'm going for as much compound movements, as much full range movement as I can. So I'm gonna do a little bit of some body work, warm up, mobility, and then hit the bar for some deadlifts. Now, I'm a big believer in mobility, body work. Foam rolling saves lives, and this is something that I need to do honestly daily just to recover from all my travel. So I get the bar set up here with 135. I normally do 2 to 3 sets of about 8 to 10 reps just to do a dynamic warm up. Now, as you can see here, the clip doesn't fully show my entire range of motion, but you can probably tell from how high my hips are that I am just super, super tight. So again, just weeks of travel, weeks of being out of my normal routine, and honestly not stretching, being just physically active on a daily basis as much as I'm used to was really catching up to me. So here I move on to 225. I will do about, again, 2 to 3 sets for warm up, about a 5 to 8 rep range, just trying to get my body back used to the deadlift, get used to pulling something, because up until this point, it's pretty much just been my luggage. So, and for my working sets at 315, I was honestly surprised at how well the bar went up without a belt for literally not having done deadlifts in about 2 months. Now my stance needs some improvement here, but again, just due to the tightness of travel, I was working with what my body was giving me. Those of you who are new to fitness out of Chase, I've maxed out at 405 for 1 rep. Deadlift is definitely my weakest lift, I would say. Honestly, a lot of it is mental because I've had both of my hips completely reconstructed. So it's been several years, but honestly, it's kind of like my mental disconnect. Every time I go into the lift, every time I try to go above that, just something clicks, and I have this horrible vision of my hips just blowing up. And so I need to get past that, but I do know that I love lifting heavy deads, heavy singles, no more than like sets of 3, reps of 3, and we'll see how it goes. Honestly, this bar is not the best for deadlifts. There are no etchings for my feet. The floor is very imbalanced, but I get the best of it. And like I mentioned before, this is my normal working set of 5x5. I only got to, I think, 4 or 5 sets of 3 reps just because I didn't want to overdo myself. Now, here is where mobility is really going to pay off. Your hip flexors, your adductors, your abductors, your quads, your low back, everything just engages during the deadlift, and this is exactly what I needed to do so I could see exactly what I needed to focus on in my mobility work. Now time to hit a deep tissue massage, time to hit some foam rolling, and probably a yoga class or 2. All right, so I didn't film all my working sets, but I did 5 sets, 3 reps. Honestly, just because my hips are really, really tight. Normally 315 is my regular 5x5, but you know, not too bad for not literally working out regularly for the past 6 to 8 weeks with all the travel and wedding stuff. I was honestly lucky if I could get 2 workouts in a week. Try to keep up my morning cardio, but deadlift's done. Let's head into some accessory pull downs. Again, going with reintegration of just getting my body moving, I went into some lat pull downs here, trying to just get my upper back engaged, about 3 to 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps, just keeping it smooth, keeping it light, trying to just engage as many muscle groups as possible. So it wasn't filmed here, but after I did my lat pull down, I went into some pull-ups, and then I went into some incline bicep curls because honestly, this is the bicep movement that my body responds best to. You got no pants on. She got to close the blind. She didn't have any pants on. All right, so workout 1 done of my rebuild. Now, I know that was kind of short and sweet. To be honest, I wanted to do a little bit more volume, but it started to fill up. More people were coming in, and I didn't want to have to tailor. I didn't want them to have to tailor their workouts around me and my camera. So always be polite. Deadlifts, 5 working sets of 3. Then I worked over into the lat pull down. I did 4 sets of 12 to 15. I think the weight was at, I think 120. I was really kind of trying to go slow and controlled and just get my rhythm back, you know? Just trying to be more like Stella and find my groove. Then after that, I finished up with some incline dumbbell curls. So those were just, I think, at about 20 pounds each. So again, slow and controlled, trying to just really maximize the pump, get the most out of the range of motion, and just, you know, ease my way back into it. Because like I said, it's been a couple months since I've had a regular routine, and while I feel pretty strong still, I just don't want to jump the gun. But I can definitely tell from all my travel that my hips are just so tight, my glutes, my low back. I can just feel my piriformis and psoas are just like, ah! Honestly, after this workout, we're going over to a friend's house who won the Chiptopia deal, so we're gonna go have some lunch. But I think moving forward, before I really jump into my next workout, I really need to get some body work done. So I'm gonna go to the rehab guy at work, get an adjustment. After that, I think I really need a deep tissue massage, probably even a Thai massage. Go in and get some, you know, deep myofascial release work done, because I can just feel my hips, my low back, like I said, everything is just, wait. That's gonna be a wrap for Rebuild episode 1, guys. Let me know if you like more of the gym footage. I'm trying to just get a little bit more back into it. Even though this is short and sweet, I wanna make this more of a priority. And so I'm just gonna get this done and try to make a regular thing of uploading these workouts up until I meet Nick and Preston Bear back in Austin, Texas, Veterans Day weekend. Thanks for watching. See you next time.